Hello and thank you for watching. My name is Trevor Hill. I am the Gateway Part 1 teacher for Stephen Decatur Middle School. Sorry I was unavailable to be here this evening. I had a meeting with the State Department of Education, so thanks for watching. There are two different components to this class. Of course, one is design and modeling and the other is automation and robotics. For this fall semester, grade 7 will be doing design and modeling, and then grade 8 will be doing automation and robotics. The reason I chose that was so that it allowed for there not to be a conflict of parts, so that way I can take the parts that I have and stretch it over the entire year and not be searching for parts because a class is using them. The descriptions from Project Lead the Way, that's who Gateway is through, are on your screen there. Feel free to read those. We'll get into the details of those in just a few minutes. The grading policy for my class, it's really going to be encompassing mainly two different things. That would be the projects and the quizzes. If you notice, of course, that comes up to 75% of the total for the students. The reason for that is that I want the majority to be what they can do with the projects and then what they understand with the quizzes. Because there will be some students that will be very cerebral and there will be others that will be very hands-on. So this gives me a good indication of what they can do in my class. There are some other components for classwork and participation, for worksheets that we do, and for students coming in and just attempting the work. But this is very exciting for me, and I'm sure for them. Homework will be mainly in the form of preparing for projects or quizzes, making sure that they are ready for that, any research that they need to do for their project, and making sure they understand terms when it comes time to have a quiz. So ideally, that will be the only homework that they have. My expectations, first and foremost, is that students have fun. I want students to understand what it means to think like an engineer, to work like an engineer. And in doing that, I want students to enjoy what it is that we are doing in here. However, there are clearly some things that we need to learn. There are going to be some hard work days, some less exciting days. But overall, I want it to be an enjoyable experience. In order for us to get to those fun parts, we have to go through some that are maybe a little less exciting. There will be some students that will find areas of strength and some areas of weakness, and that's okay. The whole idea is that they are giving me their best effort and that we're growing together as we go through these courses, which is really just one course by Stephen Decatur Middle School, but according to Project Lead the Way, the parent company that's given me this material, it is seen by them as two courses which we've encompassed into Gateway Part 1. Just in case there was confusion. Behavior. I have absolutely zero tolerance for foolishness. Any horseplay, any kind of abuse, especially of the equipment that we spent so much money on, time and energy getting in here, very, very little tolerance for any foolishness. We're having fun, so that shouldn't be a problem anyway. But if necessary, then of course we'll start with the verbal reprimand, very much hoping that we never ever get to the point where we have an office referral or that we have to be removed from the class. That is a possibility. I don't foresee that happening, but I do want to make sure that students are aware, parents are aware that it could happen in the event that students are, for example, destroying one of my very expensive new computers. I'm doing an after-school academy this first quarter. We'll see if it goes beyond that. I don't have a lot of students signed up for it. It's for two reasons. One, to sign up in case they want to do something that they didn't get in class or that they didn't understand. They want to work in a smaller group environment. And then secondly is for those that are just having fun and want to come in and build some clawbots and do some programming. So all the students are going to complete both of them. This is what I was explaining to you earlier, this paragraph that's right here. All the students are going to complete both parts. The 7th grade students will start with design and modeling and then do automation and robotics in the fall, and that'll be the reverse for 8th grade, just to make sure that we have space that we need. So the design and modeling course, the unit that is, that really covers a few things. First of all, we'll be looking at technology and engineering, doing some research, students introducing themselves to what that looks like. Measurement and sketching dimensioning. We have a number of activities that go together, small couple-day projects that we'll be doing in class for helping students to understand exactly what that is and what that looks like in the real world environment. And then Inventor, this is where we'll be using the design process. We'll be using 3D modeling software for students to create, either as individuals or more than likely in a group, some type of design, and then of course using 3D modeling software to show us what it is. Then in the other unit, automation and robotics, they're going to do some more research on robots and engineering, what that looks like and how that's used. Then we start using the VEX equipment. If you are curious and you wish to do some Googling, VEX equipment, to do some of our gears, look at the different type of simple gears that exist, having students build them, having students replicate them, etc. And then we'll use all that information along with programming that we use in Robot C, kind of similar to C++ if you're familiar with programming, for students to make those gears turn and use different motors and servos, etc. In the survival challenge and in the assembly line, those will take a great majority of the robotics unit for us to build those and do the programming for those. It's going to be a good time. Students will have access to an online curriculum management system. Most students I already got the logins for, but I'm waiting for some information from the state to get the final state password, state IDs that I need. As soon as I get that, it will be available to the students. Then lastly, here's my Wikispace. I know that some of you, hopefully most of you, used this website to find today's little video. Thank you for joining, by the way. And then also I have a couple videos that are posted there. This will be something that we use regularly in class to help decide where it is we're going for the day. However, the Canvas, the online, that's where I'll have much more specific PowerPoints and activities that we've done. Also here on the Wikispace, feel free to look under contacts. You can find the phone number here for school. You can find my email address. Feel free to contact me with any questions. Sorry I was unavailable this evening to meet with you, but feel free to contact me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for joining, and feel free to also check out the videos that are posted under this video on the Wikispace showing some of the different things that I've done in both the design and modeling class that I did on with the 3D modeling, and then some automation robotics that I made while I was being trained this summer. Thanks. Have a good one.